Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Thunderbolt Apache Leader. It's now the beginning of the third day of my 4-day Iran campaign, and at the start of this day I'm gonna play Reporting for Duty. And this card gives me 5 stress points, or actually it allows me to reduce the stress of one pilot by 5. So as you can see here, there's Montana. He's got a lot of stress. He's got 9 stress, and there's Hack. I think I'm gonna replace Montana anyway, so I think I will use that card for Hack. And then we have to draw a new special condition card. And that says munition shortage. And something says me that is not good. You may not spend more than 1 special option point for each mission when purchasing weapon counters. Okay. Well, that's kind of a problem. A solution might be simply to take maybe more missions and fly maybe with 1 plane or 1 aircraft. For example, I could try to take out these 2 half battalions. That might be an idea, and maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. We'll find out about that. I decided to change one of my decisions. Now that I'm allocating the pilots here, I see that I actually don't need Hack to fly, so I think he keeps his stress points, and I give this card Report for Duty to Montana, so he gets back his 5. He can reduce now to 4 stress, and then maybe in the last day both of them can fly. Okay, and here I decided now to fly 3 missions this day. 1 mission is gonna be Tax. He's gonna attack the scout group. This group is halved, so there's only half the counters on the board then. Then we got Divert, the Harrier, and he's gonna attack the fast assault battalion. And finally it's gonna be Daddy-O and Gumby, and they're gonna attack the dismounted battalion. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with the scout group. And well, let me see where I place my scout. Not sure yet. I decided to place the scout at this fast assault battalion. And now I'm gonna arm my first aircraft. Okay, there are only gonna be 4 targets, 1 tank, 2 trucks, 1 tank, a truck, a command, and an APC. So I simply gave him 2 AGM-65 and 2 of these LAU-61, and I hope that will do it. And then I'm gonna draw the target bound mission event. And that says low level approach. Enemy units cannot attack during the first loiter turn. That's a good thing. And now let's place the terrain hexes. Okay, so this is the situation now. These two are here together in one space, which is a good thing. They can't go into cover there, that's also very good. A little problematic is the fact that this guy is far off and he's also kind of protected of these ridges here. So I have to find a way to deal with this, but I think it's going to be not too hard. Actually, if you ask yourself why I didn't take simply 4 of these AGM-65 with a range of 3 and then simply, I mean they only need a 1 to hit, and then simply go somewhere and stay there and shoot at everything, then I didn't do that because of the danger that some of the units might go into cover, and you can't use these weapons against unit in cover because of this range limit here, of the minimum range limit. So that's why I used also these 2 rockets here. Okay, so now I'm gonna think about where I'm gonna start. Okay, before I forget it, I had to pay -4 for the weight point penalty, but I used a special option point to avoid this. And now I try to do this in a simple way. I simply enter hovering here, and I decided not to destroy all 4 targets. I think that could be a little different because I have only about 4 turns left over this target. So I simply try to destroy these high value targets, the command unit and the tank, and I'm probably gonna use simply these AGM-65 to do that. So in this way it shouldn't be too hard. I hope so. Okay, so now it's the first turn, no pop-up counters are drawn, and then I roll for the enemy cover, and that is a 6. That says all infantry go into cover. So there is no infantry, so there is no problem here. Okay, and now the fast pilots can attack, and because Tex is a fast pilot, it's now up to him to fire his weapons. And well, actually the thing is, normally he could not attack this unit because it's not in his attack angle. As you can see, there is this dark area here, but because he is hovering, there is no problem, because if you're hovering, you can attack basically every hex in line of sight or in range. So in this case, I simply use my AGM-45 or 65 and shoot at this command unit. I got a standoff of -1 modifier, so I need a 2 to hit. And well, I just did it. Okay. So that unit is now destroyed. And now there are no enemy attacks. And we have to advance the loiter counter. And in the next turn we can again do the enemy cover roll. Oh, yeah, that's a 10. So any one hex would emerge, but there are no units in cover. And then again I can shoot. And this time I use the second AGM-65 to attack the tank. I'm in line of sight. The rule is here you count. You simply take the shortest way to the target, and if there are more ways that have the same length, then you simply can attack. Then the attacker chooses which one is the way of line of sight. So in this case it's 1, 2, 3. There would be no line of sight, but we can choose that way here or also that way. So the tank is in line of sight. And now this tank has a -2 modifier and I have a -1 modifier. So I would need a 4 to hit. And I'm gonna do this extra stress now. I'm gonna concentrate, and I need a 3 now. Well, let's hope I can do that. And that's a 9. Very good. So the tank is destroyed too. And there are no other attacks. And then I can simply move the loiter counter. And again, on the next turn it's an enemy cover roll, and that is a 10. So again, no unit goes into cover. And what I'm going to do now is I simply move from hovering to the edge of the board. Again, no attacks. I move the loiter counter. I can do a last cover roll. That's a 5. So every unit that has destroyed units in its hex. That would be that one, but there is no way to go into cover. And then it's me, and I leave the area. And that's it. It was a pretty simple mission. I was also a little lucky here that I managed to hit both targets, but I think my chances were pretty high. Okay. Then I adjust the battalion strength counter, and this battalion is now destroyed, which gives me also a new special option point because of the Iran special rule. And wait a minute, I wonder if I paid. No, I didn't. I had to pay 1 point for the ammunition and another point for the weight limit, for the fuel priority, and now I gain 1 point. So now I'm at 8 special option points. And well, then I draw the homebound mission event, and because there are only 10 event cards, it's a little easy to predict what's the last card if you've drawn the first 9. So I decided that I form a new pile after I've drawn the first 9 cards, and then I draw now from this new pile. And that is a SA-7 attack. And that says inflict 1 light hit on a random aircraft. Okay. Let's see. Well, that's a structural damage. But okay, it's not too bad. And yeah, that's it then. We have to record now the pilot stress. That wasn't too good because he's now at stress 5, because this battalion was at the enemy rear, and we gained 2 experience points, and because I now destroyed this already halved scout group, I get the rest of the victory points, which will be 2 additional victory points. Okay. And because it was such a short mission, I'm gonna try now my next mission right away. If I'm lucky, it might be not too long either. So this is now Divert, and he's attacking the fast assault battalion, and that is already halved too. So I have to draw a mission event card once again. And that says high approach. Select at least 1 aircraft to start at high altitude. Oh, that's not so good. And then I will place the terrain and the enemy units. Actually, before I place the terrain spaces, I had to arm my aircraft. And because I will do this high approach, I decided to take some of these GBU-12 weapons. These are independent weapons, and they can only be fired from high altitude. Then I have these 2 AGM-65, and in case there will come up one helicopter, I have this anti-aircraft weapon, and then there is this LAU-61. Okay, now we can see here that here more in this, well, let's say in the eastern part of the area, it's more flat. You have nearly no ridges, but here in the western part there are the ridges, and there are all these units hidden. So we were a little unlucky here. Anyway. So now I got to do this, I got to place my aircraft, and let me see what I'm going to do now. Okay, I decided to start the mission here in high altitude, and well, basically simply then fly down here, destroy these units in these 3 hexes, and leave them alone, I guess. But I see about that actually. And then we have to do the scout success check. And that's a 9. Awesome again. So now maybe I can manage to destroy everything, but I gotta be careful there because of these possible pop-up counters. So 9 means I take -1 stress, and I got +4 turns. So I got 8 turns now, and let me see now. So first we got to draw one of these pop-up counters because I'm at high altitude. And that is no enemy. Great. And then we have to take an attack of the APC. And that is 1 stress. Okay. And now I can attack, and well, first I'm going to use the AGM-65 to destroy the tank, and then I'm going to fire the LAU-61 to destroy the truck, and in addition to this, I'm gonna use one of these GBU-12 bombs, and these are now independent weapons. This eye shows that it's an independent weapon, and that allows me to attack a hex, well, simply to attack a second hex, actually. There was a question if I could attack, let's say, with 5 independent weapons, 5 different hexes, but I've read somewhere that Dan Ferguson himself said, no, that's not possible. You could only attack one other hex per round. That's at least what I read. So now I'm gonna do this. First, let's attack the tank. I got a standoff modifier of +2, and the tank has a -2. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do this, I forgot to roll enemy cover. That can be important. That's a 9. And that's, it is important. That's a big difference now. So the hex with the most active units, they go now into cover. So that changes my plan a little. Let me reconsider this. Oh, that's bad. The problem is now I can't do these standoff attacks here, because you can't do standoff attacks if the units are in cover. So now I'm using this AGM-65 to destroy that tank, because I want to use this standoff bonus. That's pretty strong. And then I'm gonna use this GBU-12 to destroy the APC here. So the tank is destroyed anyway, that one here now. And I need a 4 to destroy the APC. Ah, that's a 7. Good. That's lucky. So that's also destroyed. And then I can move. And, well, I think I will actually move now. It's not that easy. I could risk to take 2 hits from these guys. Well, I think I have to try that. So now I move it's also a problem with the altitude now. It's all not so easy. I think I risk it. I stay in high altitude, and I simply move here and try to fly over that ridge, and then it's the next turn and I have to draw another pop-up counter. And again I was lucky, no enemy here. And then the enemy cover, that's a 10. So that's not too bad actually. Any one hex emerges. So that is pretty cool. So they come out of cover now. So in case I miss with my next attacks, I can do a standoff once again. Okay. And now they're gonna shoot at me. And I have to take 2 light damage. I hope it's not too bad. So that is the display actually. I have to check what that means. -2 to standoff attacks. Well, that's not good, but it's not that terribly bad because I got this +2 modifier. Okay, and the second damage would be now 2 stress. Okay. So now I'm at 3 stress. And I gotta find here the display damage marker. Okay. And now I forgot to move the loiter turn here. It's now here. Okay, and now I can attack. And well, well, before I do this, I go to low altitude, and I don't have to roll for the ridge I'm on, if I can evade it or not. So now I'm at low altitude. No, it's not that easy. I forgot. I only can fire these weapons when I'm at high altitude. Okay. So I think now I'm gonna throw these 2 GBU-12 and I simply gonna shoot them on the tank, and then I'm gonna use the LAU-61 to destroy the truck. Yeah, okay, so let's start with the tank. I got a -2 modifier here, so I need a 6 to do that. And yeah, I think I'm gonna take 1 additional stress. So now I only need a 5 to do this. And that's a 6, okay. The tank is destroyed, that was good. And then I'm gonna attack the truck with the LAU-61. And because of this +2 modifier, I only need a 2 to hit, and then the +1 modifier for the extra stress. So I don't have to roll, but if I roll a 4, I can keep the weapon. And that's a 10. Very good, so the truck is destroyed too. And, well, okay, I think what I'm gonna do now is maybe I can manage to destroy everything. That would give me an extra experience point. That wouldn't be bad. Dive it. On the other hand, it's not enough to be promoted anyway. Let me see, I need 6 points to be promoted. If I gain an extra experience point, it would have been 3, and now I am at 2 experience points. But then I had 5, and I wouldn't be promoted before my last mission. So actually, I think it's not worth it. So what I'm simply going to do is, I'm going to fly now to like this, and then like that, to the edge of the map. There's going to be one more pop-up counter now, and I hope I can make it. Okay, so let's draw that last pop-up. The loiter counter goes down. Let's draw the last pop-up counter, and it's again no enemy. Very good. We were lucky in this mission, no doubt. Okay, there are no attacks. I could roll for enemy cover. And the same has hex as the aircraft, so no unit goes into cover. And well, that's it then. I can simply leave the area, and I destroyed number 9A, which is here. So that is good, because that was already in the friendly rear. Now I got to draw my homebound mission event, and that's the enemy supply convoy once again. Expend a total of 5 weight pounds of weapon counters to retreat any one mobile battalion 1 range band closer to the enemy rear. Well, that is cool, because now I can do this. I have 5 weapon counters left. It doesn't say air to ground counters, it just says 5 weight points of weapon counters. So I can remove them, and that allows me now to put this mobile unit back to the friendly transit, so I won't lose special option points next turn. I think that was pretty cool. Okay, and yeah, then I can do the paperwork. Okay, I now got 6 stress. That's quite a lot, but okay. I gained 2 victory points. The unit was halved, and I had the first victory point after my first mission already. And here I got this display damage. I noted it on the player log. Yeah. So that's it. These were the first 2 missions of day 3, and I'm gonna load this up now, and in the next video I'm gonna do the last mission of day 3 actually. So I hope to see you then. Bye.